Streamer tips. Do you want to have some goofy audio play on command like an air horn, but you don't have a stream deck? I'm going to show you how to do it. Plus, media source. Click browse. Find your audio. Okay. Then you'll click settings, hotkey on and off, and boom. Streamer tips. All right, this is pretty basic, but I'm betting some of you don't know about it. You can actually organize your sources in a scene in folders. You can see my BRB screen is foldered. This is not only great for organization, but with one click, I can activate the entire folder at once. Biggest streamer tip. Stop using Streamlabs OBS. Slobs eats up your CPU, makes your memory leak, and crashes a lot. If you want better results for your viewers, less headaches for you, and smoother streams, use OBS Studio. Streamer tips. When streaming, it's really important to know which encoder to use. Software 264 encodes through your CPU and is great for really fast-paced games with lots of action. If you have a weak CPU though, you can run it through the NVENC, which will encode through your graphics card. But your stream may drop frames. Streamer tips. If you stream to multiple streaming platforms, you may end up needing different settings for different platforms. For example, you might want to limit your bitrate to 6K on Twitch, but have your bitrate set to 8K for YouTube. Or if you stream to TikTok, you're going to want to make sure that the resolution of your screen is vertical instead of horizontal for phones. OBS Profiles makes this super easy. In OBS, go up to the toolbar and go to Profiles. These are setting profiles. For example, if I click TikTok streaming, it's going to change the resolution of my screen to vertical. All of the settings I need to stream to TikTok are saved inside that profile. This way you don't have to go into settings and mess around with it every time you change platforms. Streamer tips. Do you have different kinds of events that you host on your channel? Or maybe you just have way too many scenes that aren't very organized in your OBS? I have a lot. You can actually use scene collections to help you organize these. In OBS, in the top toolbar, you can see scene collections. You can see here, these are my standard scenes, and then I have some experimental scenes, as well as what I use for recording, what I use for TikTok, and what I use when I'm making TikTok videos. These really come in handy if you want to hold a tournament or if you want to host a podcast. You don't have to repurpose the scenes you already have. You can have an entirely new collection just for that. Streamer tips. Want to be able to edit scenes in OBS on the fly without your audience knowing? Then check out Studio Mode. Studio Mode allows you to make changes to this scene while this one is playing. Once you're done editing this one, click transition and the live scene will change. Streamer tips. So a couple videos ago, I showed you how to set up instant replays in OBS using Uncanny GG. But oh wait, is that a new button? Apex compatibility has been officially released for instant replays. Those same instant replays and game-triggered hype alerts you can get for Warzone, now you can get for Apex too. You set it up the same way by picking a component, customizing your component, and then exporting it as a URL code. You then copy that code and paste it into a browser source in OBS. I've been messing with this all week. Check it out. Not only do I have the game-triggered hype set up, but you also saw the instant replay there at the end. Including this really brings the hype. Don't forget to use the link in my bio. Only the people that use that get access to this. Tag me in your replay clips. Streamer tips. Have you ever wanted to get live instant replays on your stream? Well, like, let's say you get 2 kills in under a minute in Warzone. Check this out. You can see over top of my stream, I have instant replays and smart alerts. I'm using a website called Uncanny GG to do it. It's a free service that has AI watch your stream and then trigger alerts. It'll even track your map in real time so you can coach yourself on how to play better. Best part? You don't have to do anything. You just copy their widget code into a browser source in OBS, and the AI does the rest. I loved it, my viewers loved it, and I think you will too. Right now, it's only in closed beta, but because I want to hook you up, in my flyer link in my bio, you can click the Uncanny GG button and get guaranteed entry into the beta. And the only people that get that are the people that go through my link. Right now, it's only available for Fortnite and Warzone, but Apex is coming at the beginning of January. Click the link in my bio and try it out. Let me know what you think. Streamer tips. So since posting my video on downscaling, I've actually learned a lot from you guys in the comments. Just a couple of the things that I learned from you. Firstly, 16:9 is a valid resolution. It's in between 1080 and 720, and you can stream it with no problem. Secondly, when you rescale your output, make sure that you do it here in output settings, not in your video settings. Your canvas and scaled resolutions can be the same as whatever you are using for your monitor. This way your computer isn't doing double the work to downscale. My whole goal is to help you guys. I'm doing this for 6 years, so I've done a lot of troubleshooting over my time on Twitch. But I'm not infallible. I do not know everything. Sometimes there's a better way to do things, and if you guys know something, then throw it up in the comments. I'm happy to test it. Let me know if these setting changes help you. Streamer tips. So in our last video, we talked about how streaming at 1080p as an affiliate is a bad idea because internet speeds fluctuate and Twitch puts a limiter on your bitrate. So the most you'll ever have is 6,000 bitrate, which means the most you'll ever stream at 1080p is at 30 FPS. Fun fact, if you were gonna stream at 720p, all you need for 60 FPS is like 4,500 bitrate. So if you downscale from 1080p to 720, you'll have a smooth stream with no downscaling or lost frames. In video, just change your base resolution to 1080 and your output to 720. Make sure that you've got 60 FPS set up. Under output, make sure rescale output's checked, and also 6,000 bitrate. Try it once, just try it. Go back and watch your VOD. Let me know if you noticed any quality difference between your 1080p VOD and your 720p VOD. 1080p VOD quality, 720p quality. Hope it helps. Streamer tips. Copying media from scene to scene in OBS can be a little bit of a pain. Or at least it used to be. You can see I use my cam box here and the same one here. I have one scene in OBS that is just my face cam. Now I don't have to rebuild my cam box, I just add it in as a scene. Streamer tips. At some point in your streaming career, you might be asked to run an event for somebody. At this point, you're probably going to be a little bit more of a production manager than an actual streamer. OBS has tools to help you manage your production. One of these tools is called Multi-View. Let's say you're running the production for a tournament, you're not casting it, and you need to make sure that all of your scenes are transitioning well and you have eyes on all of your cameras. That's where Multi-View comes in. You can see every individual scene as it's set up in OBS, and all you have to do to move between them is click. To find it, just go to View and then Multi-View, and you can do windowed or full screen. Happy producing. Streamer tips. I'm gonna show you how to set up instant replays for your stream in under a minute. Best part, it's all run by AI, so once you set it up, you don't have to touch it again. First thing, go to the link in my bio to get started, then click this top panel. We're going through a website called Uncanny GG to set this up. Right now it's still in closed beta, but with my link, you get full and unlimited access. Single sign on with your Twitch account, then you'll be on this page. Pick which game you want to play. Apex coming soon. And from there, pick a component. These are the different alerts that'll show on stream. You have instant kill replays, game triggered hype, vitals, and map location. Next, pick a component to edit. For example, if you pick game triggered hype, you can pick from any and all of these alerts and preview them on the page. Or if you want real-time map tracking on your stream, there's that option too. Just make sure you don't cover your map with any overlays. To track you, the AI has to see the map. Once you're done editing settings, click Save. The export tab will open and there's your browser source link. Next in OBS, go plus and browser source. Copy that link into the URL slot. And next time you get a kill, it'll replay it. Ah, it's so cool! Streamer tips. Have an element or a source that's just a little too small or narrow. You can actually hold shift and drag whatever you need to stretch it to whatever size you need, and that works for anything, not just cam boxes. Sure can, Joseph. First thing, go to control panel and make sure that both your mics are active. Next, go into OBS, go to your audio tab and make sure that both mic audio 1 and mic audio 2 are enabled. Both mics should now show on your audio mixer. Fiddle with the gain and filters until it sounds how you like. Streamer tips. No, this one is really basic. Do you move things around OBS and hate when they just snap to the side of the screen like this? Go settings and then to the general tab. In here you'll find source alignment snapping. Here you can turn it off or on or set how many pixels you want it to snap to. Streamer tips. So you're still getting dropped frames in OBS. First thing you're gonna wanna check. Make sure you're using the NVENC new encoder, if you have it. Make sure your bit rate's between 5 and 6,000. Make sure both base and output resolutions are correct. Are you set up to stream at 60 FPS? There you go. Streamer tips. Have you ever wanted to add sound effects to your stream? I'm gonna show you how to do it without a stream deck or a soundboard. First thing, make sure you have a sound effect that you want to incorporate. I have an entire library of ones that I've made. First thing you're gonna do is go to plus media source in OBS. Click browse and find that sound effect that you wanted to use. Click OK and then go to settings. Inside of settings, go to the hotkeys tab. Scroll down until you find your scene and source in the hotkeys tab. Choose an on and an off key. Apply. Now I can use my keyboard as a soundboard. Streamer tips. Switching from Streamlabs OBS to OBS Studio has a lot of benefits. One of these is the use of custom docs. Go view docs and custom browser docs. From here, just paste in the web pages you want to integrate. This way your Twitch dashboard, and even your music can be all in one window. Streamer tips. Want to know how to make a free and easy face cam zoom effect? Copy and paste your face cam and then stretch it so one fits the screen and then one's bigger. Then go to settings and hotkeys and map your cameras under push to show. Using numpad keys 1 and 2, I'm just gonna push and hold. Streamer tips. So you want to use Streamlabs alerts in OBS Studio. I might not like their broadcasting software, but I do use Streamlabs alerts and Merch Store. Just log in at streamlabs.com and pick the widget you want to customize. Then customize your widget. Once customized, come to the widget URL and copy it. Now in OBS, you're gonna wanna go to Add Browser. On the next screen, paste in your URL. Then resize your alert box to where you want it. Now when a follow happens, it looks like this. Streamer tips. I'm gonna show you some ways that your chat can interact with your stream right from OBS. First thing, open up your Twitch dashboard. Find your quick actions, click the 3 dots, and then pop out. Copy this URL. Now open OBS, go to View, Docs, and then Custom Browser Docs. You're gonna make a new custom browser doc. We're gonna call it Quick Actions and paste that link in here. Now we have our Quick Actions as a floating doc. I'm just gonna pin that over here. From here, not only can you edit your stream info and get quick clips, but you can also do predictions with chat and manage chat polls. You can start a prediction like, will you win this game? Will you lose this game? How many times will you die on this mission? Or if you're looking for a new game to play, maybe put some options here and have chat vote on it. Once you start either of those options, it'll show up in your chat like this as a header. There's a huge list of things that come in that Quick Actions tab, so jump in and mess around with it. Streamer tips. Are you trying to stream at 1080p and you're noticing your VODs look a little funky? Little fun fact, with a 6,000 bit rate, the highest FPS you can get at 1080p is 30. And the highest bit rate that Twitch will let you use as an affiliate is 6,000. So at least in theory, the best you'll ever stream at 1080p on Twitch as an affiliate is at 30 FPS. Now before you jump down my throat, say that your stream is special, go back and watch your VODs. Everything will look right on your OBS because OBS will let you stream higher. But your actual stream ain't gonna look so good. Heck, even the media player will see 1080p 60. That's not what's happening. As you watch your VOD, your resolution will go up and down. Sometimes you might be at 1080p. Sometimes you might be at 480 because it's gonna automatically downscale you. Sometimes you're gonna drop frames and you won't even know because neither Slobs or OBS will tell you. Because Slobs and OBS will let you stream that, but Twitch puts a limiter on it. Part 2 coming soon with a fix. Streamer tips. So you just got a fancy new green screen and you want to know how to use it. This doesn't exactly fit, so just bear with me. Right-click your camera, filters. Under effects filters, click plus and then chroma key. By default, it should take out most of the green, but you can fiddle with the sliders to adjust. Now you can see part of my background's taken out. Streamer tips. Do you want to make your camera look better on stream? Try color correction. Go to your sources, find your camera, right-click, and filters. Under effect filters, click the plus and click color correction. From here, you can adjust the settings until they look right for you. Streamer tips. This is pretty basic, but it's gonna save you a lot of time if you hate cropping in OBS. You need to crop your camera in? Just hold Alt, pull in, crops it right down. Streamer tips. Wanna add custom scene transitions in OBS? Look at your scenes, click the gear. Click Add Transition and make sure you pick Stinger. Click Browse and choose your custom transition video file. Make sure to mark in milliseconds when you want the transition to happen. Now when you change, it'll look like this. Streamer tips. So the other day I made a video about encoders, but it was too short to talk about this one. If you have an NVIDIA GTX 10 series or newer, this one's for you. It's faster than both of the other two and way less strenuous on your PC. A good way to think about it is if this one's for streaming, this one's for recording, and if you have this one, use it for everything. Great question, Big Island Flow. Stinger transitions in OBS Studio is pretty easy. First, go to View, Docs, and make sure Scene Transitions is checked. Then go to Scene Transitions and click the drop-down. You can see here, Add Stinger. From here, pick your video, set when you want the transition to happen. There you go. Streamer tips. If you stream to multiple streaming platforms, you may end up needing different settings for different platforms. For example, you might want to limit your bitrate to 6K on Twitch, but have your bitrate set to 8K for YouTube. Or if you stream to TikTok, you're going to want to make sure that the resolution of your screen is vertical instead of horizontal for phones. OBS Profiles makes this super easy. In OBS, go up to the toolbar and go to Profiles. These are setting profiles. For example, if I click TikTok streaming, it's going to change the resolution of my screen to vertical. All of the settings I need to stream to TikTok are saved inside that profile. This way you don't have to go into settings and mess around with it every time you change platforms.